From a practical perspective, what does it look like when fiduciaries look at these issues? In recent years, pension funds and other institutional investors have begun to give more attention to the environmental and social behavior of the companies in which they invest. The movement for socially responsible investing, or SRI, seeks to exclude companies that pollute or fail to respect human rights, for example, and to champion those that behave ethically and responsibly. SRI essentially creates a series of screens. For instance, the Texas Teachers Union bans investments in pornography. Other state and union pension funds ban investments in tobacco, gaming, and other industries that are offensive to the beneficiaries of the trust. Such investment screening is not limited to the unions or the United States. Assicurazioni Generali, the largest insurance company in Italy, decided in 2005 that its capital would be invested in accordance with the ethical guidelines adopted by Norway's government pension fund. Pursuant to these guidelines, companies are screened out for investment if they produce weapons that may be used to violate humanitarian principles, commit human rights abuses, cause serious human rights harm, or violate basic ethical standards. As socially responsible investing seeks to screen offensive industries out of investment funds, impact investing seeks to solve social and environmental challenges while garnering a market rate of return. And this, I think, is particularly important to the people in this room because these are funds that you can access. Let me give you a few examples. The New York City Acquisition Fund, created in 2004, aims to facilitate the construction of 10,000 units of affordable housing in a city with rapidly diminishing affordable housing stock. The fund came together when private foundations made $32 million in low-interest, subordinated loans, and a city-based charitable trust invested $8 million on similar terms, enabling commercial banks to raise and place more than $160 million of commercially priced debt into the fund. In rural Tanzania, a student is reading at home by the light of an electric light bulb powered by a solar panel her mother bought on credit from a local distributor. The distribution business could reach her village because an equity and working capital investment made by ECO2, a nonprofit mezzanine fund focused on making debt and equity investments in businesses that develop and sell modern energy services. And in Cambodia, a small business is expanding with debt from a microfinance bank. The bank is originating new loans after accessing commercial capital markets through a $110 million loan fund structured in 2007 by Blue Orchard, a Swiss microfinance-focused asset management company, and Morgan Stanley. The loan fund, rated by Standard & Poor's, was syndicated on commercial terms among institutional investors such as pension funds in Europe and the United Kingdom. The New Yorker moved into her first home, the student in Tanzania studying under electric light, the small business owner in Cambodia expanding her payroll. None of these people would recognize one another as co-participants in the same emerging industry. Neither, perhaps, would the commercial banker placing debt in the acquisition fund, the high net worth individuals investing in ECO2, or the German worker whose pension fund invested in microfinance through Blue Orchard. Yet, all are examples of the proliferation of activity occurring as a new industry of impact investing emerges. This industry, which involves making investments that generate social and environmental value, as well as returning market rate financial returns, has the potential to complement philanthropy and government intervention as a potent force for addressing global challenges at scale. As entrepreneurs developing businesses and looking for investors, you will be far more attractive to investors if you can demonstrate Not only that your business is sound, but that it complies with human rights, labor rights, governance, and environmental standards. Developing an ethical culture within the corporate structure increases worker productivity, enhances the corporation's reputation, and improves customer loyalty. Lawsuits, personnel turnover, and healthcare costs are minimized, and that impacts your bottom line. Consumers are increasingly using their purses and wallets to make purchasing decisions based on their values, and sustainability is at the top of the list. Just ask Nike, Uniqlo, and more recently, Walmart. Today, the RFK Foundation is bringing this message of a commitment to human rights to the next generation of Italians through the Speak Truth to Power education packet. Last year, it was taught to 180,000 high school students across this country. It's a 12-week course, and we hope to expand that in Torino. With your help, we will. In conclusion, I would like to read this quote from my father, Robert F. Kennedy. He refers to America, but could just as easily be referring to Italy or any other industrialized country. He said, "For too long, we seem to have surrendered community excellence and community values in the mere accumulation of material things. Our gross national product counts air pollution and cigarette advertising and ambulances to clear our highways of carnage. It counts special locks for our doors and the jails for those who break them. It counts the destruction of our redwoods and the loss of our natural wonder in chaotic sprawl. It counts napalm and the cost of a nuclear warhead and armored cars for police who fight riots in our streets. It counts the television programs which glorify violence in order to sell toys to our children. Yet, the gross national product does not allow for the health of our children, the quality of their education, or the joy of their play. It does not include the beauty of our poetry, or the strength of our marriages, the intelligence of our public debate, or the integrity of our public officials. It measures neither our wit nor our courage, neither our wisdom nor our learning, neither our compassion nor our devotion to our country. It measures everything, in short, except that which makes life worthwhile." So as entrepreneurs and business leaders, you have the opportunity and the wherewithal to embed such global values through your investments. I challenge you to seize it. Thank you very much.